live
I
now.
not click that?
Woo! Hey.
Hi, welcome to the very first stream of Curses. I am your dumb game master, Josh Burgess, and with me today are our illustrious cast of Kate J. White, Athen, Hannah Schooner, Jean Herrera, TJ Berry, and Kyle Decker. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
I was asking for it. Cool. All right. So I am going to first, after having welcomed you all in, let you know that we will be streaming every Wednesday here at the same time, same place. That is on Twitch and also on YouTube. So find us either place and you will be able to connect with us there. Also, this stream on Twitch has the added feature of allowing you to see the individual players' character sheets, or it should, if I remember to set that up. If not, I will set it up at the break, by enabling our extension there, so you can see a live view of the most important parts of their character sheets and even get a link to a full character sheet on Twitch so that you can play along with them if you want.
That's so cool.
Check the thing. So, oh my goodness.
What's going on?
I reheard you in the stream because I was opening it to test things. I was just going to tell people, tell the people watching that they should go and check my thing, make sure they know it word by word, so they can help me rules lawyer my way into doing.
Oh no!
There we go.
Let's
There
not
we
do
go.
that now.
Yeah,
We're not. We're bringing the wrong
counting.
energy to this right now.
I
my
need
abilities.
you.
If
to
you
help
if
me
you
write
are
the
expecting me to
campaign.
follow any of these rules, you are sorely disappointed coming up here. Okay, so I want to get us kind of set in the mood here. So I've prepared a bit of a read-in to get us in place. Is everybody ready to start gaming?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, all right,
gaming.
okay.
I'm so ready.
Okay, let me get ready for this. The story to which you are about to bear witness takes place on a continent long forgotten, in a world once imagined but never committed to memory, in a dream of a universe inside the sleeping mind of the one true God, a 7-year-old boy named Dave.
Heck yeah.
The story is about Tidwell, an island continent in the middle of a freshwater sea. It is an absurd place to those who view it from your perspective, but its inhabitants know only the life they have here. And so we will treat it with the respect and seriousness that they demand for the lives that churn within its bounds. Tidwell has always been a land of soaring achievements, spectacular and otherworldly feats, and fanciful denizens. The peoples of Tidwell believe the world to be pinned to the sky by its 2 world trees. These are the Tree of Life in the far western region and the Tree of Strength in the far eastern wastes. Through each age, the Creator has wrought new creatures and heroes from the formless ether and released them into the world. The current age, the 5th age, saw the advent of the pirate ship Oblivion and its crew of rainbow apes, and the birth of the city-sized spider Tahakaija, and the carving of the Raven Apostle into the Orange Mountain in the Minoges Gora. The Emperor of Tidwell, who harkens from a time even before the First Age, is the Bear Man Ono. He is crudely shapen, bearing the marks of those from before the dawn of Tidwell, when the land was void and desolate, when life had yet to be spoken into the slopes of Rhodia. Ono was the first forerunner, but there were 2 others who came into existence with him, the Wishing Turtle and the Spirit Echida. When the First Age dawned, these 2 creatures chose solitude over life with Tidwell's new residents, leaving Ono alone to establish the kingdom. The Wishing Turtle established itself in the southern mesa in Hira, a land of heat, desolation, and aggressive living plants. The Spirit Echida haunts the invisible city in Forest Down, a lush arboreal landscape filled with rotting undergrowth, inexplicable dancing lights, and unsettling beasts. On this island, nestled in the northwest corner of the marshy desolation of the waste, where it borders the imposing and impenetrable Forest Down and the pastoral beauty of Carnithia, we find the nadir of our story. It is Ereldama in the Varjaloon Republic. The dry equivocal winds have begun blowing in from the waste. Over the last 20 days, the flooded lowlands that connect the Varjaloon to the rest of Tidwell have been drying slowly, and the first caravans from Carnithia have arrived just the day prior, marking the start to the season. In Alapin, the capital of the Varjaloon, rugs are shaken out and hung in open windows. The winter's parled halls are being cracked and shaped for shipment, and the great families of the Varjaloon have gathered to begin organizing the trade compacts that will dictate where influence will live for the forthcoming trade season. This is a time of celebration in the community. As the wet season confines the population of the Varjaloon indoors to avoid the slop and mire of the waste, now the dry season welcomes celebration, accord, and community making. In fact, there's such an ardor for being out of doors, tables are dragged into the street and business is conducted on the streets themselves. It is on Market Street, in Alapin, amongst the braying calls of the various traders calling for terms, that you find yourself now, entering the main community exchange hall. The hot sun overhead is baking the wet streets, giving the entire city a thick haze of humidity that would be oppressive if not for the constant dry push of the winds stirring the air around you. As you enter the building, the 5 of you present are standing in line along with what seems like a good portion of the city as you wait to receive your counting mark. This is the mark of all draft-eligible denizens of the Varjaloon that you must receive in order to signify that you have attended the Andam. The Andam is the yearly draft that is taken on as toll by the Higian Order that resides in Gatehouse far to the west on the border of Forestdown. This draft was instituted after an event that happened over 2 centuries ago that if you had attended our pre-stream, you would have witnessed firsthand, where Forestdown had incursed upon the town of Taliga in the western part of the Varjaloon. This counting mark that you'll receive will demonstrate that you fulfilled your obligation and thus are free from forced enlistment in the Higian Order. It's rumored that this year's counting mark also grants you a free ice cream treat at any of the participating Big Berry Horner's Corner stores, with a qualifying purchase, of course. Milling about you are a group of mostly well-to-do citizens, a blend of long-armed goatlings, crested hokaw clicking beaks at one another, jewel-eyed Lothrians fluctuating colors rapidly, and small rat-like Crenshaw moving their pink limbs excitedly as they talk to one another. You are amongst a group of draft-eligible denizens of the Varjaloon widely known to not be upcoming selections. Since, to varying degrees, all of you are citizens in good standing. Standing on the back wall are a number of roustabouts and vagrants gathered from the city center and foreigners from Hira and Carnithia who had been trapped with the early onset of the wet season last year. These you all know to be the bulk of the 150 that will be selected at random today. As you approach the counting desk, you notice that the banner hanging on the wall behind it is one of the Higian Order. It bears an extremely faded insignia of the order, a crested hokaw head over 3 trees, and colors faded enough to be rumors of what they once were. Written in a paint underneath the words underneath the insignia are the words, "The 231st Andam will proceed with all appropriate gratitude." Beneath this, carved into the wall, someone has scrawled, "Easier to be grateful when you're not conscripted." This has obviously been attempted to be rubbed out, but it's only had the effect of darkening the words as if to highlight them. A stern-faced blonde woman greets you as you reach the front of the line. She nods curtly as you step to the designated X that has been placed helpfully on the floor. Once you are stood firmly in place, she begins. She looks to you, a imposing rock-like figure, and says, "Name?"
Garnet.
"Species?"
Goron.
"Occupation?"
He looks around nervously, trying to find Tula's face in the crowd.
Shop helper.
Favorite color?
Purple.
Satisfied, she makes a note in her ledger and motions you on to the next station. And continues, motioning forward an ionic woman behind this tall, rock-like creature. Name?
Tula Lutrin,
Species?
Ionic,
Occupation?
business owner, shopkeeper, and general well-doer.
Favorite free time activity?
Oh, that would have to be knitting. Or beading. Or really anything that keeps...
I need a single answer!
Let's go with knitting.
Knitting. And she motions you along to the next table.
I step up behind Garnet and pat him on the shoulder.
Next, the Alanaut, a small shelled creature, steps onto the X, and the woman looks down at her ledger. Name?
Click, Marniel.
Your occupation?
Shop hand, delivery creature, general assistant.
Species?
Alonot.
If you could only have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Will this be entered into public record?
She stares at you blankly and does not respond.
The shop recently received these crispy biscuits, and, well, I feel I could eat them forever.
She writes this down in her ledger, motions you along, and calls to another Aeonic, this one considerably more strange looking than the last, as she kind of anticipatedly motions you onto your spot. Once you are stood firmly there, she says, Name?
Tosker? Jay?
Species?
Ionic?
Occupation?
The scientist, engineer, doctor.
The last book you read?
People read. I mean, the encyclopedia of encyclopedias.
The encyclopedia? Mm-hmm. She looks at you skeptically. You understand.
It's a good read. I'd highly recommend.
All right. And she makes a quick mark in her book, motions you along. And the last of you, a long-armed, kind of gangly gotling, steps forward, stands on the X, and she says, Name?
What was the question? Sorry.
Name.
They call me Sleeves. Sleeves.
Sleeves. Species.
Gotling. Goatling.
Occupation.
I mean, I got long arms. I grab tall stuff, kinda. Between jobs, but I'm self-employed, you could say. Self-employed.
If you could vacation anywhere in Tidwell, where would it be?
Right here. I'm having the best time right in this spot. This is my vacation. You look great today, by the way.
She leans over to the small Crenshaw companion in the same tabard next to her. Does staying in the same place count as a vacation. And after some deliberation, he turns back to her and says, I believe they call that a staycation. Not technically the same thing. I'm afraid I cannot accept. Stay right here.
Yeah, no, like specifically here. Like this spot I'm in literally right now.
On the X. Is that what I'm to understand?
I'm not normally on the X.
Okay.
I really like the X.
I'm sorry, is Kyle here again? Like,
Did they swap bodies?
She makes a mark in her book and pushes you along to the next station. Standing at that next station, there is a man wearing a large brimmed hat whose purpose at this desk is to get the collection of any family, employers, debtors, rivals, or strangers who may object to the draft. While most objections are rejected by formula, that there are some occasions where a rejection may be, or an objection may lead to a rejection. And thus, this second line is specifically to, thank you for subscribing to the show that you were on, John. This desk specifically is to collect the names of people who may object to your leaving. And in charge of that is a man known as the Scorpion. And that's you, Kyle. So why don't you give us a brief description of the Scorpion?
You don't see the man's...
I'm gonna get you guys if you keep doing this. Thank you, TJ.
You don't see the man's face. It's covered by the brimmed hat, which is down. He's leaning as if sleeping. And he, wearing cowboy-like attire, but more grungy, patchwork. He lifts a giant boot where the part where you stab it into the horse, is a giant... The like,
heel? The spur?
The heel, the spur. The spur...
So you're wearing spurs?
Yeah. It's instead a giant scorpion tail. And he just picks up one of his boots, slams it on the paper where it says no objections. A sign here.
at the boot slamming, Garnet becomes a pile of rocks. He's like, "Ooh!"
Tula bends down to like make sure they don't all fall on the floor.
They just tremble.
She's holding like a couple of them like upright
And
a little
then-
bit.
Realizing there's no threats, he reforms.
So sorry.
Once you all have signed the paper, I'm assuming unless one of you would like to lodge a potential objection.
No.
No? Nobody's got
No.
potential objections?
I have no objection. I have preference.
All right. Well,
Sign here.
you are moved along to the next table that is manned by a small Gotling man. He stands there with a large rolled leaf of some sort, and the smoke pouring off of it is thick and black and pungent as he puffs at it repeatedly while taking your information. This is the Curse and Exposure Declaration. Here, you are asked to declare any cursed trinkets that you may possess on your person and lodge them in the records of the Hygiean Order. As you stand in front of the desk, he takes one long drag off this and says, you know the drill. You put your curses on the paper, and anything else that you may have been exposed to that may come back and you would be beholden to later. Specifically, something along the order of a delayed curse, or an obligation to a cursed entity, or if you've got like a relative haunting or something of that nature, just please, listen. You've done this, I would assume, all of you before. All right. Sure. Okay. A lot of talkers amongst this group, huh? All right. Declare your things. Tula, do you have anything to declare on this sheet?
So it was cursed items or curses.
Yep.
No.
No. Managed to avoid curses in the land of curses here on Tidwell. All right, Sleeves, anything that you would like to declare at this point?
Yes, I have this cursed stone that my mom gave me. Do I have to declare what it does?
She gave it to you. All right, yeah, let's hear what it does, son.
It makes sometimes it makes me feel like I gotta like take stuff sometimes, and also it makes me feel sad when I can't explain it sometimes.
You got a stone that makes you feel sad, that makes you take stuff.
Yeah.
All right, okay, I guess. Anything else?
That's it. Just the sad.
Just the stone.
I'm
Sure,
not
okay.
sad, and I don't take stuff, but like this, it's my cursed stone, right? Like the stone.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
sure, yeah. Can I see it? Is it?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's all right. One cursed stone that makes you sad. All right, Rocky, what you got for me?
When Garnet gets nervous, sometimes it changes color.
You all understand what a curse. Do I have to explain what a curse? You change color?
He turns like pink with embarrassment.
Garnet changes color when Garnet gets nervous. Garnet, what do you want from me?
He slaps his hand on a table, and it's at that point that you notice that he has a ring piercing his index finger on his left hand that is bound to a chain that seems to loop back into his pocket. He starts pulling on that chain, and out on the other end of it comes a ledger book. And he holds it up. Do you know what this is? This is last year's ledger book. I have this bound to my body. In it is the name of every Higgian recruit that we took in the last Andam that died. And every night when I go to sleep, I dream of all of them in sequential order. And they never have anything interesting to say. It's just, oh, why am I dead? Why would you do this to me? Every night, these are my dreams, and this is my curse. But on the flip side of this, I get to know who dies beforehand. And luckily, well, let's leave some things to the imagination, I guess. And he closes it with a clap. That's a curse. Changing colors is not a curse. You pile of rocks.
Feels
Would
like an
it
overshare.
make you happy if Garnet went out and got a pierced finger?
You know what?
that-
Yeah, you do whatever you're gonna do, kid. Okay. All right, cool. Next, you, I guess, since you're all kind of huddled here in the shapeless form, the Shelly guy.
As far as things that would be worth reporting, I don't have any particular curses on me at this point in time, and I really hope. And you see, like, when Sleeves mentions the stone, he like takes 4 steps away from Sleeves. When the guy pulls out the book, he steps away from the desk. But then, at hearing what it does, he goes, I am, however, I come from, as you may know, I'm not entirely sure, the Kaiban Isle, at least in some part. Obviously, I don't know if that's my original locale. However, could I have a look at your item? You're sure it's cursed, for sure, it's cursed.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely cursed.
Could I have a look at it from over here? Or he's looking at it, curse inducing.
No, you want to take a stab at it? Go ahead. And he hands it to you, or goes to hand it to you. As soon as you touch it, it appears back in his hand.
Oh, he would not touch it. He will like grab a stick and like try and open it with the stick.
Okay. Well, as soon as you interact with it,
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
appears back in his hand.
Okay.
Such is the nature of curses. I could tell you what's in it, but you'd have to take me at my word.
I will.
Okay. You want to know if you're in it?
Yes.
What's your name?
Click. Marniel.
I don't know. And honestly, there's a line, so we'll find out. We're all going to find out one way or another, right, buddy? And hey, if it does happen, you just be sure to say hi and then give me a big old I told you so next time we see each other in a dream. All right? And you, the little furred one in back.
Me or
Yeah, no, you.
curses?
Yeah, you got him.
No, not that I'm aware. I mean, sometimes weird stuff happens around me, but I don't think I'm cursed. I think it's just odd. Yeah.
Do you care to expound on that at all?
Nope.
Okay. 5 cursed-free individuals. Oh, sorry. And one
cursed.
small rock boy.
I'm
Yes,
very
sad
young.
rock for sure. Please move along. And he motions you to the next desk. This desk is a tribute conversion audit. While there, you are asked to stand on a scale. The scale measures your weight in parlid. And an offer can be made to remove you from the draft for that weight in parlid. Parlid, of course, being a pearl-like substance that is the primary trading good of the Varjaloon Republic. However, this is merely a formality, as no one has ever successfully been traded parlid for removal from the draft. And nobody would bother anyways, since this draft is highly rigged to mostly get rid of the undesirable elements of the Varjaloon. So, after standing on the scale and being moved along to the last, you are at the Oath of Temporary Continuance desk. Here, the Higgian officer offers to read you a vow. You may repeat it, refuse it, mock it, alter it, whatever you want. But the vow is as follows, and each of you are read this. Despite death or dismemberment, despite whatever may come, despite the orders and the labors that I will be forced to endure, I agree to stand between Tidwell and what Tidwell has already done to itself. Most groups here have chosen to ignore this or to sign assent. Do any of you read this in turn with the Higgian officer?
I think Click probably would, if nothing else, on nerves.
Okay, good to know.
Chula does.
Okay.
Tosker probably starts and then stops after dismemberment. Like, dismemberment?
Garnet is still learning to read, so
Well, good thing this is spoken then,
he's
Garnet.
trying to remember the words in his head, and he can't really, so he looks to Tula.
After progressing past the last desk, you are given your welcome appreciation packet for the Higgian Order. Inside is a pamphlet that reads, Achieving Excellence Through Involuntary Service. And in it, you see a number of guidelines for new recruits. Often, this is treated as a joke, as the people lined up on the back wall are always the recruits that end up being sent off to the Andam. Here, you are done, and your obligation is fulfilled. Each of you receive your counting mark, good for your exemption from further harassment by any orders of the Higgian Order.
And
Yes.
ice cream.
And ice cream
And
Yeah,
ice cream.
at
very
Big Berry Horner's corner
important.
stores.
My
Th-
shop will
with
also honor
participating
that
purchase.
request. Just so everyone knows.
We can go do that now, right?
You are more than welcome to leave right now.
Yeah,
However, okay, yeah, go ahead. You guys want to go to ice cream? That's fine.
Yeah.
We
Go to
can
ice cream.
reject the call.
Cream.
As you make your way towards the back of the hall, there is a guard that stops you, something that wouldn't normally happen here, and redirects you back towards the main floor of the exchange hall.
Excuse me.
Oh, we did something wrong, didn't we?
Just made a mistake.
What's
ice cream time.
wrong?
Sorry,
We'll
sir. We're
bring you
just
one back.
trying to get some ice cream. We'll be right back.
We'll bring you one.
I
We
understand.
fulfilled our obligation.
What flavor do you like?
It's been requested and negotiated with the community leaders of the Vajaloon that everyone will remain present for this year's draft. And so I'm afraid that I must insist that you return to the exchange floor.
But Big Berry Horner's corner store closes in 30 minutes.
Then you will have to redeem tomorrow.
I will just say, I won't be the first to say, maybe, I don't know if everyone else agrees with me, but I feel like if I had known that we were going to be forced to stay here, which is unlike everything else, I would have dodged the draft.
He gives
looks
you
down
a,
at his bone spurs.
he gives you a look that is withering. Unlike most of the officials in the Hygien, this man seems scarily competent. He is a large Izdan, a blue-skinned, frilly-jawed creature that is semi-aquatic, and he is imposing even for the tall features that his kind normally have, with their hunched postures and their long torsos. This man towers over all of you, even Garnet. As he plants the long-armed pole stick that he is carrying in your way and says, "There are no exceptions this year. Everyone remains on the floor."
Tula slowly walks up and tilts her head up. She takes her glasses that are half-rimmed and on a beaded chain, and she looks up at him and says, "Do you know what? We have plenty of ice cream at home, don't we? So we will stay as long as required, and then we will all go home and have an excellent time.
I
Does
sincerely
everyone
hope that's
understand
true.
me?"
Whatever makes Tula happy.
That's a good answer. Got it.
Thank you.
Come along then.
Okay.
As you move back into the crowd in the main area of the exchange floor here, you can see that there's been, as per usual, a large curtain erected that divides the space in half. The back half of the exchange hall would be used for trade compacts of high importance at this time of year, and you can hear what is a particularly hushed mutter coming from that half of the hall, which is unusual, as this is usually a very jubilant time, as everyone is celebrating the newly opened trade passages and the signal of a dry and profitable trade season. And standing at a dais against this curtain is a sizable number of the Hygien Order, including, now that the line has progressed to the point that it is dwindling to its last few participants, many of the folks in line many of the folks at the desks that greeted you seated in front of the dais, and one tall Hokaw woman bearing a bright green crest, who is seated prominently at the head of this table. She is barking orders at a coterie of hangers-on, of different tabarded members of the Hygien Order, and they are moving repeatedly back behind this curtain as if to convey messages to the leadership of the Varjaloon that you know to be back there at the moment. After the last of these emissaries, these runners, move back behind the curtain, she stands up suddenly and takes a cane at her side and slams it on the floor. And the sound reverberates in this space. And a hush falls over everything. And she calls out, "We are calling to order the 231st Andam. As you all know, gratitude for your involuntary service has already been distributed and may be collected in the buckets already provided. Should you be selected, I ask that you proceed with all orderliness to the front of the exchange hall, that is the area opposite of where I am standing, and report to one of the guards there, giving them your counting mark and receiving your goods for travel. With this, the draft commences." She reaches into a bag and spends no time pulling out a handful of chits. She drops them on the table in front of her and then proceeds to pull a paper from the inside of her jacket and begins calling out numbers. She gets through the first 5, and what you notice is that all 5 of these numbers correspond not to the chits pulled, but to a sheet in her hand, and all 5 feature people leaving the main selection floor, not the line at the back of the hall, and moving towards the guards in back. Calls of protest begin to go up, as this is not what has happened in previous Andams, and a general sense of low panic sits in the room. You can hear a Crenshaw child, though technically draft eligible at 20 years of age, the particularly long-lived species. This is the equivalent of a 7 or 8-year-old. And he calls out, but I can't go. I lodged an objection because of my age. I still live with my mother. And he barely gets out the last word before a guard grabs him by the back of his collar and begins dragging him towards the front of the hall.
Garnet's scared, Tula.
It's all right. It's all right. It will be over momentarily.
Okay.
The numbers continue to be read, and each of you looks down at your counting mark. They are in order from 135 through 139. And it is at that point, as she is progressing through this number, she reaches the last 5 of the numbers called. And those numbers read in order are 135, 136, 137, and she folds her paper, 138, 139. With that, we conclude the 231st Andam. If you have been selected, move to the back of the hall and receive your packages for travel. Thank you. Goodbye. And the order stands up and moves back behind that curtain. You all have been drafted. Something that none of you would have expected walking into this. I'm sure you all would have expected because I told you it was going to happen before this started. But your characters,
You've broken my
Did not.
immersion.
Fourth wall destroyed.
You are given a few moments of peace here as you stand and are given the opportunity to look at one another, to act momentarily, or to proceed with what the expectation of you is, to go back and meet your party at the back, the front hall.
No.
There's no ice cream?
As people start to disperse, you will immediately see Click like muttering to himself, trying not to, but it kind of being this involuntary reflex, and he's just gonna try and leave with the people who were not drafted.
I mean, I feel bad for y'all that are in. I mean, I'm in 6E1, so I think I'm good, right?
No, no sleeves.
No?
We've all been drafted.
No, I'm in 6E though. I didn't hear 6E at all.
As you're moving towards the front of the hall past the draftees, you are forced to walk alongside a number of other draftees that have not been selected. And these would include all the vagrants and roustabouts that had everyone had assumed would be headed off to Gatehouse with the Hygiean Order as they departed this evening. And at the front door, there is the group of actual draftees, a collection of people that you all recognize from the community. In fact, there's a Gorin that you knew quite well, Garnet, a fellow foundling who goes by Pebble. And they are sitting there with a shocked expression on their face, if you could call it that. And they are struggling to make sense of this as they again attempt to reason with a man in a broad-brimmed hat, saying, "But I can't go. I have spent my whole life here. I have to take on my father's shop." Please, I'm begging you, Sir Scorpion.
Listen.
Please.
Now listen, I don't do this for just anyone, but for you, he's gonna lean down and lift up his hat, revealing a man with just a toothy grin and like these bloodshot, tired eyes. For you, I'll make an exception. You see, turns out actually I'm here, working resistance.
His eyes light up as they nod their head repeatedly, and he looks up to you again, and they say, "I will do anything, sir, but my father is a cobbler, and he has just tragically lost his legs and needs me to man his shop, so please."
I understand, and trust me, I'm gonna be here to help you every step of the way. Now, all I'm gonna ask is the most valuable thing you got on you, and I'll show you a little door that'll get you right out of here. And I want to use, since he is convinced, a narrative collapse to say that there is, in fact, a little hidden door behind me. And
Do
I'll
you-
explain where that goes in a
It
second.
leads directly into a cage or something sinister, you guys.
Okay, so the material components of your promise are that you will let him through this door?
Yeah.
Okay. They look at you and says, he gives a momentary glance towards a bell on his shoulder. You do intend to let him through this door if he gives you his most prized possession.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm to understand?
Yeah, and once he goes through, I'll tell you where it goes. But
Okay,
yeah.
great. He looks at his bell on his shoulder expectantly, and when it doesn't ring, he reaches down into his rucksack and pulls out a bar of perlid about as long as your forearm. And he
Can Tula
hands
see
it.
that this is happening?
Yeah, absolutely. You're
Okay.
all kind of milling about in this entrance area at this moment. And they reach down, they pull this out, and he meekly holds it up to you. Says, "This was meant to buy enough leathers from the market today to keep the shop in business. Now, we can make shoe from the kelp that we collect from the Vikelnak Bay. And I will do that gladly if you just allow me to take care of my father.
You know, it's a hard choice, but I respect those who honor their elders. And I'm going to take the pearls and just open the door.
Okay. He bows, and as they stand back up, he looks at you and says, I will tell stories of the graciousness of the scorpion to all who enter the shop.
Oh, please.
Please know that you have done me maybe the greatest kindness, and you saved an old, likely dying man from destitution in his final days. Thank you.
I can
And
promise you it was no problem at all.
He moves through this door.
Cool. So each of us in the Higgian order, you can decide how you do it, but the recruits, we get quotas based on like which recruits end up in our lines. That leads directly to my line.
Okay. Fair.
So yeah, no, he's still part of it.
Okay.
I get the pearls and the quota.
The rest
Kyle,
of you
I
don't.
hope you have a second character on tap because I am sniping the scorpion first chance I get.
Of course, at this point, none of you know where this door leads.
Yes, of course.
and all
This
of
is
you have
me, the
seen-
player.
Yeah.
The Tosca
like-
sees this, and he like walks up to him and is like, "Wow, Mister, that was really nice."
Does Tula have any sense of like what's actually happening?
I'm gonna make this a difficulty 12 roll for you. I will call this instinct if you want to suss out whether he's all on board here or above board more.
Can any of us try, or just Tula?
At this point, I'm gonna say just Tula,
All right.
and we'll see how
Get
it
an
goes.
advantage? Is there an advantage for it being a man with a big hat named the Scorpion with a?
I don't think any of you would have reference for what a scorpion is, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
What'd you say the difficulty was?
12. You're beating a 12.
All right, that's a 15 with hope.
Okay, you definitely take your hope. Take your hope first. You definitely get the sense that it seems unusual that somebody would be this generous, knowing that the Higgian Order would then be short a recruit, and that they have historically been less than amenable to that. Specifically, about 180 years back, the Higgian Order marched on the Varjaloon when they were shorted in the draft, and it was only by the fortuitous arrival of an invading army at Gatehouse that they came back and were unable to enforce the Andam that year. This is not the type of thing. However, who's to say? There's a lot of corruption in things these days, so it could be.
Tula is going to straighten her overalls and her glasses and walk over to the scorpion. What's the meaning of all this?
What? We've been doing it 230 some years, ma'am. I think it's pretty clear what the purpose of this is. Now, if you
That's a
would
wash
just-
of Cheetle shit. You and I both know. We've both done this many times before, if you are who you say you are. This isn't how any of this works.
Oh yeah, wiping away corruption. Ugh. You know, some folks wouldn't like that, although I think the kind of folks who wouldn't like that are maybe the kind who need to go on this trip. Now, if you will, ma'am.
If I will what?
Well, I believe you got a choice. Been watching your watery eyes and feeling that bleeding heart. Well, you can either go home to your little shop, or there's the door. He's gonna point to the other door.
I like this guy. I feel like we can trust him.
Oscar, you're not helping.
Sorry.
How much
All
for
right.
your hat?
What about the hat?
How much for the hat? I have a
He
token.
wants
I
to
can
buy
pay
it.
The hat is not for sale.
for. It's free.
I like you.
Oh no!
I don't like the way you said that. I'm actually gonna go. I know we're waiting here. I'm gonna wait in a different part of here. I think actually.
Are you indeed walking away from the rest of the group here?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go wander just far enough away to where I don't have to answer questions.
Sure.
Oh,
sure.
you're gonna feel my eyes tracking you.
Oh, cool. I'm so psyched. I'm gonna go try to trade tokens with people that didn't get drafted. It's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try.
There are a number of people who have been barred at the door at this point. You notice that you're not the first person who's had the thought of sneaking out without reporting for the draft. They are checking everyone's chits as they get to the door. And as you are all speaking and trying to suss out whether the scorpion is as good as his namesake is, you hear a brief commotion erupt. And a tall human man stands up and says, "I will not stand for this. I have been in this community long enough to not be treated this way. You don't need to see my chit. I am free to go." And he is dragged by the nearest guard back into the group nearest to where you are at.
I'm gonna let this
And
scene continue, but just for a quick second, can we hear that from the other side?
you absolutely can.
I'm gonna
You
point to him
absolutely
and point to Tula and say, "You hear that? That's what you sound like."
Oh,
That's
no.
it. You can keep going.
Tula's eyes just get real narrow, and she adjusts her glasses and puts her arms in front of her chest. Her
This is
adorable
an
furry little
outrage.
arms.
Just to
Man
be perfectly
continues.
clear, Click will continue trying to leave. You see him kind of looking around. He's far too much of a coward to try and steal someone's chit, so he's just hoping someone will drop one that he can grab off the ground as he waits, like, in line to leave.
Nobody's, it seems like everybody's got a really strong grip on their chits at the moment, especially those that are not with you. You do see the people that are being a little bit more cavalier with their chits tend to be the ones that are standing closest to this back wall. And at almost perfectly timed, there's another call from that exit where, "Well, I don't have a chit. I didn't get it." And he is clapped on the side of the head by one of the other guards and dragged back with the rest. "No chits means no exit."
I don't
that garden-
think we're
can't
getting
do that.
ice cream.
Do you think? Hey guys, a quick chat internally as a just this part of the room. Do you think the ice cream person got drafted? And if so, did they bring any? Can we trade them in here, perhaps?
Maybe he's on the other side of that door.
I don't think so. That door gives Garnet a bad vibe.
Can I, if I can do a little addition, you can say no to this, Josh. But
Of course.
if they're saying that door, can I say they were pointing to the door where I put in Pebble, and I'm just eating some ice cream because earlier the scorpion told the ice cream man to go through that door?
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Yeah, sure. Works for me.
Cool. Yeah, I'm eating some ice cream.
He has ice cream?
Can I get a bite?
Hey,
me a
mister, where'd you get that ice cream?
You're just gonna take a long lick. He is distracted right now by Tula.
It's just gonna be like tugging at his shirt. Hey, mister. Hey, mister. Hey, mister.
Yeah.
Tosca, would you go collect? Go ahead.
Where did you get that ice cream?
Yes, where did you get that ice cream?
Oh, dear sweet boy. He's gonna lean down, hold you by the shoulders. Wouldn't you like to know?
You smell
Now
funny.
off with y'all! And he's
Can
gonna
I-
tip his hat and motion
Can
to
I
go through the
interject?
door.
In that, when you're leaning forward, you seem really like distracted by him. Can I
Yeah.
can I attempt to steal the ice cream?
I don't want anything this man has touched, respectfully.
Don't do
Can I
it.
take it?
The ice cream has herpes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Are you
That's a
gonna try
different
to
kind of curse.
I mean,
that-
that's between players. You guys decide whether the ice cream
I'm
theft happens or
afraid.
not.
Yes, but I would like to, if possible, if you steal the ice cream, I want to try to use my whip, because I can use the whip to pull someone back. I want to try to do the whip to, like, pull you by your feet so you fall over as you run away with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll take
Yeah.
that. I get a lick though. Right? I get a little bit of it. Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh,
with
yeah,
that.
you get a lick. in.
All right, yeah, I'm good
He
with
just
that then.
wants you to know that he let you do that.
Okay.
Or at least, yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'm good then. Yeah, get us drafted. I got my
I
ice
like how
cream.
Kyle's evolved into like man with ice cream, and he's just like, come into my van.
He's the ice cream
The
man.
candy van
Ice cream
character.
man.
Candy, man.
Love what
Candy
we're
and
setting up
puppies.
Not
Everything you want
problematic
is
at
on the
all.
other side of this door.
Yeah, the
In
door
a
I made
van
was
down by the river.
It was white, unmarked. Slides open.
So let's just pause for a moment here.
Okay.
I want to make sure that I'm understanding the scene correctly. You've now taken his ice cream. He's wrapped your feet with a whip and dragged you back. Is that accurate?
I think that.
I cared less about dragging back. More, I just want to trip him with it.
Okay.
But without even turning away from, like this is happening while I'm talking to Tosker, right? Yeah, while I'm talking to Tosker, just like without looking. Sleeves comes in, steals it, runs away. I'm still talking. I just whip him without looking.
I get just a little tumble.
Yeah, it's a
Nothing
little
serious.
tumble.
Nothing serious.
There's still some cream in the cone.
You can see that the guards seem to be corralling folks that have matching chits into groups near the front of the entrance hall. And as more and more are grouped up, guards will peel off of the entrance manning that, and another one will replace it and begin collecting chits of those drafted and pulling them aside one by one.
Is Click still trying to escape?
Fully. He's
So-
still in line. He has no idea how he's gonna pull it off, but he is waiting in line. Yes.
Click, when you arrive at the exit here, a tall Hoka stands before you, and with a red bristling crest and a bright orange beak, it leans down and gets almost to eye level with you and says,
Shit, please. You have to understand. I came with my father. He was drafted. I don't have a chit.
"No chit means you must stay."
Wait, listen. You have to understand. Please.
He is going to.
And I'm going to, in fear, veil step and try and get past him. So once per scene, spend one hope to move up to very close range through creatures and objects as a flicker of spectral motion.
Yes, absolutely. So he goes to clap you on the side of the head as to grab you, and his arm does not connect and goes straight through you.
I'm
You
really
are-
excited for this combat that is going to be Click versus the entire Varjaloon. This is going to be a blast to watch.
He does it like, again, it's almost involuntary as the fear comes, but when he goes for it, he goes, "Ah! Oh!" and like he just starts running forward, and he's like rubbing his hands as he runs as fast as he can.
Okay.
What do we do?
You
Tula
are
looks up at the scorpion and bristles.
I fully understand that this
starts
is
running
gonna
back.
end in failure, but I think it's what he
No.
would do.
Meanwhile, I'm pulling out
No,
the
it won't.
popcorn that I got from the popcorn guy, and I'm just gonna eat it from across the room as I watch.
Is there someone that you haven't drafted that sells food in this town?
Here's popcorn too.
I've gotten all
You-
the food.
Let's resolve Click's situation real quick. Click, you appear on the other side of this Hygiein Order guard, and you are fully in the crowd now because very close is up to about 15 to 20 feet,
Sure.
which means that you have appeared now within the crowd of people that have been exiting this hall, and there's a general sense of disbelief and muttering and distraught folks all around you, and you give a quick look to either side and notice that there is no guard around you whatsoever. You have every opportunity to disappear into the crowd right now if that's what you choose to do.
Do it, because then you can't kill me.
He starts like walking forward kind of quickly and like realizes that he needs to blend in, but is still trying to like calmly but quickly put distance between himself and the guards in the back.
Absolutely. So you get probably about 40, 50 feet away from the entrance to the exchange hall, and then you hear that same Hokah guard stand up and say, "Makes no difference to me. You. Yes, you. You will do fine in his place. Set up Reinhook. Stand with the rest." And he motions towards a obviously pregnant Isden woman and points her towards the crowd assembled at the front wall.
Can I see where Click has gone?
I don't know if you can. Why don't you give me an instinct roll for that? We'll say, given the fact that there is general like mass confusion going on right now, it's going to be a difficulty 14 to see where Click has gone.
Listen, I get
It's
the
a
need
10
for
with
recruits,
hope.
but I never know why that guy always has to be so creepy about it.
Narratively, can I try to see where he went?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for it.
I
Okay.
would also like
Still a
to,
14.
if that's all right.
Go for it. Yep.
I just roll.
Take your hope, Kate.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Ooh.
How do I do it again? I'm so sorry, I can't find the button.
Let me know the results of your rolls.
It's more redeeming if that stops him, but I don't know if it's true to him.
Gone it got a
which did you say it was?
13.
14 is the difficulty that you are
For the
trying to
trait.
meet. Sorry, what was that?
What's the-
Got
Instinct.
Okay.
a 13 with fear, unfortunately.
Okay, I will take that fear.
I got a 23 with fear.
Okay, Sleeves, you see this Hokaw's hand raise up and move to hit Click, and you've seen this happen before.
Okay.
Click is there 1 second and gone the next with just the faintest whiff of the dry quivotal wind that is in his place. And you know that scent of that wind means that Click is somewhere outside the building now.
Okay. Do I know roughly where he's at, you think?
You would know that he's out that front door anywhere between 5 and 15 feet.
I'm trying to figure out if I can be pointing roughly where he's at and telling a guard like, "Hey, can I leave? Because we let him leave."
You are still inside the hall, so I'm going to say you can't point directly to
Damn.
where he's at, but you do know that he is left.
Like,
And
I know
you
that guy left.
where he's left.
He's in the hall. He's out there probably X amount of distance. Can I leave too? Like, is it optional? Because like I thought we couldn't leave, but like there's a guy that just definitely left, and I know for a fact he.
The
has.
same red-crested Hokaw leans down and gets close to your face and says, "May I see your chit?
That's what I'm saying. I have this one, and I was drafted, but I have the same one that guy did. He
You'll
left.
do nicely." And he reaches down and grabs your long arm by the wrist and tries to move you to the group that he has assembled in his little pod near the door.
Hey, I'm yelling, trying to get the scorpion's attention because I know he said he liked me, and this guy's giving me a weird vibe.
Yeah. Do we know this guy's name?
You would know that this is Brother Paul.
Paulie. Remember?
Yes.
Keep 5 feet. Saying that'll do nicely is always mighty creepy. Just tell him to go back, alright?
I need not your advisement, Scorpion.
Now, are
Ooh,
you
mister, you just
sure
gonna take
about
that?
that? I'm gonna get right up close to his face with a big toothy smile. Because I don't think that worked out so well for you last time.
Are you attempting to intimidate him?
Yeah.
All right, give me a presence roll. I am going to roll the same for him.
Okay,
So
just
this
a
will be
1d12, no advantage. Ba-da-ba-ba.
No, it's a duality.
Okay, 12 with hope.
Okay. He has a 15. Apparently our dice overlay is not working tonight. I will fix that at break, hopefully. But he has a 15, and he looks at you, and he says, I don't take your cheap shots lying down if you think that I would be unprepared for a second round, human. Then you would be sorely mistaken.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Scorpion. Do you know what he just said?
I'm gonna try to look back at you, Wink, and just kind of point motion for you to run, because I can keep his attention.
Sure. You want to distract him long enough for Sleeves to go back towards your door?
No, I want to distract him long enough for Sleeves to leave. I like this kid. And
Okay.
there's duality to the Scorpion, and he does not like people in he doesn't mind manipulating, but he does not like people in authority being creepy fucks, and that's what this guy's being right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't
Brother
like
Paul
this.
is notoriously a zealot, a long-standing member of the Hospitaller who was volunteered. He was never drafted. He showed up himself from Carnithia in order to join the Higgy.
Yeah, a true believer, that's the worst
Mm-hmm.
kind of person.
So as he stands in your face, you do have a momentary window to slip outside if you would like, Sleeves.
Yeah, I'm gonna not recognize it's a window to leave, but I'm just gonna try to get like behind the Scorpion and just be like, the fuck, like, hey, don't be grabbing me like that. Like I was just asking a question. I'm not trying to leave. I just saw we were letting other people leave, so I just didn't know if it was after. I thought maybe I misunderstood. No one asked you to hold my
really
arms.
confused.
In the meantime, having slipped out, I was debating what Click would do because I really do think he would run. So I said I'll leave it up to a roll. So I rolled flat. I said if fear wins, I'm gonna keep moving. If hope wins, we'll figure it out. I got a 10 for hope,
There we go.
but I got a
Okay.
1 for fear.
Okay.
So I think at hearing the pregnant woman being drafted and perhaps like looking over his shoulder and seeing that, Click stops and turns around, rubbing his hands, and he's not gonna run back in, but he will come closer to the door to try and make eye contact with the pregnant woman, and while the Scorpion is bickering with Brother Paul, try and gesture her out.
You want to use this window to spring Sella, the
Yes.
woman that was taken in your place?
Yeah.
I'm going to make this a presence roll. We'll
Okay.
call difficulty 12. You want
That
to get her
makes sense.
attention and convince her to go. So
Yeah.
yes, give me the roll.
May I suggest, as this is happening, Tula has realized that Click is gone and is becoming more and more distressed and runs over to the last place that she saw him and cries out, Click, don't abandon us! Please!
He might.
Where's my click?
You guys are doing all my
It's
work
all right,
for me.
gone it.
I'm a coward.
You
I'm gonna
know
give you the
what?
presence roll first.
Just for the funsies, I'm gonna spend a hope because I'm distracting him to decrease the difficulty. So if someone's interacting
Yep.
with me, which in this case
Yep.
Brother Paul is, I can spend a hope to reduce the difficulty for
difficulty 10 now.
allies attempting to go unnoticed.
Can my allies crying out to me give me disadvantage?
While everyone is doing that, can Tosker go and open that door? To go?
You're going through the door?
I said I was going through. I just want to open it.
He's looking for the ice cream.
His ice cream is popcorn.
Pebbles
It's a fun
in there. His dad's got no legs.
Okay, let's resolve these things in order. First, you have Click trying to convince Sella to leave. So that
Yeah.
was a difficulty 10 presence roll. Let's hear it, John.
Okay, can I give myself disadvantage because of my friends crying out?
Yeah, you
for
can
me?
give yourself disadvantage.
All right, I'll take that.
I'm not going to argue.
I'm using my hope for nothing.
That's an 11
Okay,
with hope.
thank you for your subscription, Landon. We see this scene play out in front of us here now, where Click, you are like doing your best to lock eyes with Sella, and she is kind of panicked, looking at Brother Paul interacting with Scorpion, and looking back towards the door and not sure what to do, but grabbing her stomach the whole time, as if her first thought is to making sure that she's doing what's best for the child that she's carrying. And she, as she glances furtively back towards the door, she locks eyes with you momentarily. And she looks at you, and she just mouths, "Please." And she looks back at Brother Paul, and she starts scooting towards the door. At the same time, Tula, are you calling out to Click from the doorway?
Yeah, from wherever the last place I saw him was.
If you approach the doorway, you would now see Click as he is trying to get Sella's attention. And you would also have yourself an available path out, should you choose to take it. Tosker, you wanted to open the door.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, unless there's something barring this door, Kyle.
No.
Okay.
Again, anyone. All I'm gonna say is the only thing that I'd like in there is one of those, like, if you fall in, you're not coming back out.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. But like, why would I want to stop people from making my
Sure.
quota higher?
Awesome, great. Tosker, you open this door. It slides open with ease. And what does he see on the other side of that, Kyle?
I want to say it's pitch black.
Welcoming.
If you take, maybe there's a single light, and if you take a couple of steps forward, it just looks like a hallway at first. The second you hit the part where it's like dark enough that you can no longer see, it turns into a slide that slides you down, so you can't get back up.
Where's this going? Is this going to like a room underneath the exchange hall?
It's a Sweeney Todd fucking
Yeah, right,
slide
yeah,
down
that's
into
exactly
space.
what-
Listen, he improvised it. What if I say when everyone gets drafted, like the boats or whatever to leave, or where everyone meets up is like one story below, so it just drops them off into my area of the floor below, like my little group of recruits.
So there are no typically in a land that floods repeatedly, basements are rare. But I
Okay.
guess we will say that the exchange hall has a basement for the purposes of this. You have
See, my
willed
thought
it
was it's
into
one of those
existence.
like floors that's a little lower that has like that you have like the boats in to leave. I mean, we can also just say it locks from the other side. Like that's fine too.
No, that's fine. We can have a brief descent into whatever this space is.
Okay.
Is it a cage on the other side? Like, what? Give me an idea of what they're ending up in.
I want to just say that, like, the Higgian Order, basically, you have you have like groups that are assigned to each person. Like they just huddle them into groups. He gets thrown into my group. Like, so it's just a
Okay.
group of people.
Just a group of people standing there with
Yeah,
no...
standing there
Okay.
with guards around, being like, "Don't you fucking move."
Gotcha. All right, what's up, John?
Yeah, I think as Tula and Garnet begin to cry out, Click being by constructive nature a fiercely loyal creature, you will see his hands almost begin, like his nails dig into his own flesh as he holds himself, and then you see salty tears beginning to go down his face, and he will grab the woman, kind of push her out, and then before he lets her go, he will look at her and look at the stomach and go, please, make it worth it, please. And then he will let her go and re-enter, presumably while Brother Paul is still arguing with the scorpion, or I don't know.
Sure. So you willingly walk back into the hall, and you let this woman, Sella, walk out, and she is holding her stomach the whole time. And she turns back to you, and in the briefest glance, as you catch her eye as she disappears into the crowd, she nods and says, "Thank you, young Click. I won't forget you. It's a boy, by the way. I'll name him for you." And she
He's full crying. He's just crying like on the.
I fully expected her to take out like a fake belly.
Fake
she
one,
walked
that's what I was
past.
That would be fucking
That would be
wild.
She pulls out a pillow and just starts looking at it.
I'm naming after you.
Wait,
That would make me a full villain. That would be my villain.
That would be a villain
I wish
origin
I hadn't
story.
done the lie, because I like her doing that and then just donning a cap, and suddenly it's me. I was on the other side.
Now, one last
becomes-
thing. I think in this moment, he starts walking back towards the group. He is crying. He almost looks angry, in a way that like he never is. But like as he makes eye contact with Tula and Garnet, like you feel for a second that he's almost mad at you, but you also see he's like shaking and sobbing. And I'm going to look at who was the one that actually read out the Andam, the with the numbers on the page.
The Hoka woman. She has disappeared behind the curtain.
I can't see
with
her.
the rest of the leadership of the Varjaloon. Now, that whole half of the hall is largely emptied out now, as most folks have left in a hurry in case any more surprises have shown up. Most of the melee happening now is at the exit. So,
Okay.
would you want to? You could probably make it back to that curtain to give a peek what's going on back there.
I don't think he is brave enough
Okay.
to do so, but if she was still in sight, I could have done something cool.
Unfortunately, no. She,
Okay.
by what was already said, left with the rest of her coterie of hangers on
Okay.
to the back hall.
You see that, Paul? Oh,
Does
go
Paul
ahead.
have anything cool on him, like a hat or anything neat?
Yeah, actually. So he has a number of objects that are unusual, to say the least. So, for one, he has a completely white left eye that is got a black cross near the lower left portion of it, and it twitches repeatedly as he speaks, seemingly bearing no relation to where he's actually looking. He also has a large left pauldron that is made of a dried hide of some sort. It is apparently mostly decorative, but it does rattle and seemingly like whisper as he speaks, as if it's like reinforcing the words that he's saying. And he bears a deep red tabard. Unlike most of the tabards of the Hygiean Order, this one proudly declares his membership in the Hospitallers and looks to be custom dyed, as if he's taking great care to maintain it himself.
What can I yoink off of him right now? I have a thief reaction without a roll.
Tell me what you would like to get. He does bear typical things like a weapon. He has a coin purse on him. He has.
It's like
he's got,
kleptomaniac type stuff. I'm just trying to grab something that looks cool but serves no purpose.
Sure.
That Paul will care about but doesn't benefit me at all.
He's got a number of small charms on tassels that appear to be collected like trophies that are hanging off his belt as well. You could probably grab one or two of those with a good
I want
swipe.
one of those for sure.
Oh god.
Okay. I mean, I think this. Well, I'm just gonna make it a difficulty. I'm not gonna make this an opposed roll. We're gonna call this, I guess. What would this be?
Do you have to roll?
Agility?
What is it if I have
Finesse?
immediate opportunity or once per scene, three of your reaction without a roll, the situation's already in your favor?
Well, hold up.
Yo.
Are you, which ability are you using?
Immediate opportunity.
Immediate opportunity.
I'm thinking while he was holding me by the arm.
Have you set something up with the setup?
I don't know what that means. So I
So
thought that's what
your
we were
class
doing now.
feature at the start of any scene with a social element or a criminal objective, you may establish a prearranged condition, something that is, strictly speaking, already true about the situation that only you know.
I have to
Establish
set that
this
up
in one
first.
sentence with your GM. For example, I planted a document here last night where I already know the guard rotation or someone in this room is expecting a payment and thinks it's coming from me. And that established condition will allow you to use immediate opportunity.
Okay, I'll roll for it.
Okay.
I think I can.
We'll call this a finesse roll.
I have 0 in finesse. What's the difficulty?
A difficult, since he is so engaged right now with the scorpion, I guess we're still there. This is the longest short argument maybe in the history of gaming. We'll call it difficulty 12.
Oh, we're locked in
Difficulty
each
12?
other's eyes. It's doing the anime thing where it takes like
Okay.
30 seconds of just like inner monologue, but it's just him. He's just doing
Just
the like
progressively
if I do
flexing
this, and I
harder.
do that, and I'm just do.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Okay. You
It's
go with fear. I'll take
Oh
that
my
fear.
god.
Lord, we're doomed.
I'm going to immediately spend it, actually.
Oh god.
Cool.
Oh,
I'm not like
let's
trying to hide
go.
it. To clarify, I'm
That's-
not trying
that's
to hide
okay.
it. Like I just kind of like pick stuff up. So on the way while we're wrangling around, I just kind of like reach out and start grabbing it.
You see, in particular, there is one shiny compass on the end of one of these leather straps that catches your eye, and you go to grab it. And as your hand closes around it and you start to pull, without looking at you, Brother Paul's hand, feathered arm, snaps down, and his long, spindly, three-fingered hand just wraps tightly around your wrist. And he pulls you forward in front of him and breaks eye contact with the scorpion long enough to say,
I told you that you would do quite well in my company.
My bad, dog.
And sticky
And he
little
never
fingers like
listens.
those will definitely be put to use for the greater good.
Sir, he's saying weird stuff again. Can you help me out here? He's he framed that. I
Yeah.
know what he meant, but it came out in a real way I didn't like.
What an impression.
You're again with the stick, and you're never gonna learn there that the carrot is what works best. Like, look, he's so
Shut your
happy-
mouth, human!
and he wrenches on your wrist and goes to pull you away. He is going to use his strength here to attempt to pull you directly to where the rest of his group is.
I'm gonna slap a whip in front of him.
Go for it, but he's going to do this first.
Okay.
Is this
So-
intended to do harm to?
Yeah, I'm rolling right. What
No,
am I-
he
Slaves or
wants to.
just-
So this is an 18. He wants to move you directly. Sorry, I get a D20 as my die when I'm acting as an adversary, and I rolled quite well. So he with an 18, he is gonna like wrench on you. You get a reaction roll to this.
I can't even roll an 18.
You do. You can. You roll 2d12.
Oh, I rolled 2.
So-
That's right. I was like,
So if this would be a strength reaction roll. There's no hope or fear on a reaction roll. So,
That's not great.
17.
Oh no.
oh, rough. So you put up a valiant fight, but Brother Paul
I'm just like, no
grabs
thanks.
you.
No
and
thanks.
rips you away from the rest of the party and starts marching you towards the assembled group that he has over there. He spares a moment to look back at you, Scorpion, and says,
I guess Dave doesn't provide for all now, doesn't he?
and he walks you over to his group.
Are you going to hold me the whole time I'm here? Because the moment you go to watch the door like you're supposed to, I'm just going to walk away again.
Where you're at, he now has collected 10 members. And all of them are standing rather meekly in a huddle against the wall. And while Brother Paul releases you and pushes you forward into the group, you are caught by a a human man that you recognize as Mod Harrow. This is a dock worker who is part of one of the Kaiban trading ship's crews. He's somebody that you know to be kind of like cheerfully fatalistic and has a habit of calling people soup, as in short for supervisor. And he grabs you up and bundles you against his chest and says,
Oh, Sleeves, don't worry, my friend. We'll get through this together. And if we just listen to Soup here, I would surmise that we likely will get out of this with minimal scratches. So I'd advise you to be quiet, be calm, because...
and he motions kind of vaguely to a Lothrian boy behind him who has a deep, fresh gash across his face.
I appreciate the kind words. Now, we did talk about this last time we saw each other. Don't hold me like this, but I do appreciate I do appreciate what you're saying. We talked about this.
So
you
sorry,
know you can't be-
Supervisor.
Yeah. Yo, you're good. You're fine. Just like
And
I don't
he
need to be cuddled
takes
while
a
you
step
tell me
back
stuff.
and he reflexively reaches out to pat your head and then thinks better of it and pulls his hand
Yeah,
back.
I don't be. I appreciate the words though. Yeah. It's just we don't have to touch. We don't have to shake. We're good. Thank you.
Tasker, being disheartened, seeing an empty room, kind of turns back and sees all the commotion. So he kind of runs back to where his friends are.
Okay.
And tries to talk to Brother Paul and like be as cute as possible, very like Puss in Boots style. Like his eyes get all big and like water. It's like, Mister, that's our friend, and the guy with the cool hat promised us ice cream and popcorn if we were with him. So could you give him back, please? And I'm gonna try to use, I guess, both of my hope to use adorable. So whenever I use a presence roll, I get advantage.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm terrified because this guy is the guy with Candy Van energy. I don't like him.
I just want to
Yeah.
like let's take a moment to pause here because you are choosing to engage with the obviously sociopathic guard member here, the only one that's been outright like villainous this whole time, save for maybe Scorpion.
Surely he wouldn't attack a child.
But yeah, sure. You run up to him, you put on your best cute face, and as he turns, his one white eye kind of snaps to you, and that cross lands firmly on you for a second before the rest of his face catches up. He says,
Oh, so many volunteers for the service of Brother Paul today. Would you like to stand with them, boy?
No, thank you. I prefer the ice cream that guy was talking about.
Oh, ice cream, sure. Well, say what you'll say, and then you can stand with your new friend.
How about you let my friend and the rest of us go, and we'll get out of your hair? Does he have hair?
Well, feathers. Yeah, Chris.
Or
What's up, Anna?
feathers, or
Committing
whatever you
microaggressions
have
against
going
this
on.
bird man.
Um,
He's not gonna like that.
You also have a cool eyeball. I'm really just trying to convince him to let us go.
Well, before I give you a difficulty for this roll, what do you have, Anna?
Is there someone in the draftees group that looks particularly gnarly and muscly and like they would enjoy being in the Hospitallers?
Let's see. I've got a few prepared fellow draftees.
Who's the creepiest of them?
Yeah, who looks
No.
like they would like enjoy
You would
combat in that way?
So there is Sesa Arnett, and
Okay.
she is a Hoka woman as well. Tall, aggressively thin, black crested, and she has small black eyes and wears an insignia of the Revenant God about her neck at all times. And she is known as a bit of a villain in the community of the Varjaloon. Probably somebody that would have normally been drafted on a light year otherwise. But she is not muscly per se, just
Like she would
low-key
enjoy, like low key
vindictive.
kind of scary. Okay,
Super vindictive.
Garnet, with everything happening, he's shaking and his rock plates are like rattling against each other, and he is going to approach her and say,
Excuse me. Hi. The Hospitaller creepy birdman is looking for recruits and he took my friend. Do you mind swapping out with him? Respectfully, you're very scary and I think you would do well there. I mean that nicely.
You come here, you thicket, and you want to bargain with me?
Yes.
Pray that Dave wills it. Pray with me now, and I may.
Sure. Okay, yeah.
Say your prayers to Dave.
To Dave, I love you, and I hope you have a good day, Dave. Dream of me.
Davis loves us, this we know.
What was that?
I love Dave. I told him so.
Give me a presence roll. We're gonna
Or
close.
the Davites told us so.
Important question, Hannah. Did he
Yes.
mean it? Does he love
yeah,
Dave?
yeah.
So he should get advantage.
That's how he always prays
Well,
to Dave.
sure. You know what? I'm going to call it a difficulty 14 because this was not a super convincing prayer to Dave.
That's
as
fair.
far as Seesaw.
As far as a
is
regular
concerned.
person would be concerned, yeah.
So, I will give you advantage on it though if you truly do believe in Dave.
Garnet does.
I don't think Garnet cannot truly believe in anything.
That's a 16 with
Okay.
hope.
Well, Pop Snoddle, if it would be far from me to allow a soft-minded, feeble young one as yourself to not bear Dave's holy light. So by his sleepy eyes, I will accept.
And she marches over to.
Thank you.
She marches over to where Brother Paul is currently face to face with Tosker. Now, did we resolve?
I
your
don't
role?
think so, but
We did
while
not.
that was happening, Garnet is currently walking over to try to be like take her instead.
Okay. We'll see, because before she gets there,
Yeah.
Tosker has a difficulty 16 roll with advantage to convince Brother Paul to let Click go. Or, excuse me, Sleeves go.
Okay. This is presents?
Yes, presence.
Okay. With advantage. That is 26.
Yo!
Ooh,
Ooh! Ooh!
wow. That must have been a damn impressive roll.
It's like
Okay.
10 on hope, 11 on fear.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's with
go.
fear, though. I will take
Yes.
my fear.
Well, does fear count when I succeed?
Yeah,
Yes.
it still matters
Yeah.
which one's
So,
higher.
yeah.
Yeah.
counts no
So
matter
then that
what.
is a
Yeah.
26 with fear.
So, given that it's with fear, Brother Paul says,
Fine, child. You desire to have your friend. Bring me another tribute.
Goof, goof, goof.
Poke, poke.
Excuse me, sir.
And he like stands aside, and behind him is the other Hokot, and is like,
She would make a very formidable fighter and is willing to join up with your crew, sir. If we could have our long-armed friend back, please.
Brother Paul gives Sisa Arnett a quick once-over and nods appreciatively and says,
I'll gladly make this trade.
and pushes you out, Sleeves,
Okay,
to
on my way out, who's the guy that like cuddled me and told me it was all gonna be okay?
Mod Hero.
Mod, I'm like, hey,
Mob
Mod,
hero.
Mod Hero.
have fun. Hey, I'm out. Sorry, man.
Mod
You'll
Mod
be okay
is
though, right?
is stroking the shell of this little Lothrian and saying,
Oh, please do well for yourself, Soup.
and
Hey, bro, I got
just-
some advice on my way. Don't cuddle don't cuddle that one. Anyway, best of luck.
Is it on account of the fleas?
No.
all right. You're all now, I guess, properly sorted. And I really wanted a stream that nothing happened, and I guess I just shit out of luck tonight. You're all now properly sorted into your groups.
once Brother Paul walks away, Garnet just like is shaking so hard that his like rock plates are rattling against each other, and the little woolly worm that like lives within his rocks just like comes out of his hide and is like, what the fuck is going on?
If it's
Can
all
confirm that Garnet shook so hard I felt it in my booth.
I know we got to move on. If I could just quickly to pass it over, I want to put a hand on his shoulder and be like, "It's all right, there, big friend. Let's get a move on, shall we?" And I want to look over to the other group with my best disarming smile, but I do want to just glance a look. I want to set up what we call foreshadowing in the business.
Oh no.
I want him to look at Brother Paul, who's can't see him, with a smile so fierce you could hear his teeth crack. Like
I
one of
don't
those
love
just
that.
like so kind of more genuine, trying to be disarming, and then just fire and flames.
Wonderful.
Garnet will look at the rest and the hand on his shoulder and is like,
Well, I suppose if we have to do this, Garnet is happy we're all together.
I'm not. I'd rather not be here.
I did it too.
Well-
I asked him nicely, and it worked.
Well, little thief, you'll find that there are things out here nowhere else. And
I'm not thief.
personally, I'm happy to be in the company of 4 highly qualified individuals. He was going to say, tipping his hat to Tula before turning his...
Don't call me a thief.
Click is still fully crying.
Garnet will approach Click.
Click is sad.
He just takes him in his big rocky arms that are actually, you would think that it would be uncomfortable, but because of his little mossy flesh in between his rock plates, there's like right around where his belly button would be is where it is like soft when he hugs regular hided people, and he takes him close and he's like,
It'll be okay.
Oh.
I hope so.
As long as we stay together. Yeah.
And he just kind of nods again, like he's kind of mad at you, but not really, because like he knows
Yeah.
he shouldn't be mad, but like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So he's like more letting you do that to him rather than like engaging in the activity.
Yeah, and then he will look to the scorpion and say,
Now about that ice cream. I think we could all use some.
Cut to black. And that's
Cut
the
to black.
game.
We are going to take our break at this
Circle
point.
zooms
As
in Looney Tunes style.
the scorpion winks.
That's all, folks.
we will be
A
back
minute.
in approximately 10 minutes. I will do a few small stream things here, try to get our dice overlay working, and we will see you folks at 10:30 Eastern. So enjoy your 12 minutes here. Thanks.
See you soon.
Or if it actually wants to switch.
Okay, so I don't know if we do stars and.
being arrested, and they all worked together to let one of them get away so that she could try to help.
All right, folks, welcome back. We are going to be going for another 30 to 40 minutes here and basically just wrapping up. I have hopefully re-enabled the dice overlay and the log so that you will be able to see live rolls again for this second half, but apparently I've been informed that the extension is not live for all of you and only for me because it's in testing, so by next stream we'll have that sorted. As you can see now, there are dice on the stream. Thank
so
you very much for
cool.
that finesse roll.
Woo!
Whoa.
Whoa, I see it now.
I'm going to look it up, but I have to watch an ad first.
Oh, there are ads running on our...
But
Not
I'll be-
even on Twitch, just for
I
fun.
wanted to do that too.
Well, you're,
Oh, okay.
That's just how the scorpion
Gotta get my
rolls,
extra gum
man.
at it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
you,
He has
Yeah,
to
that's what the
should be
scorpion
having
does in
that.
free
fill
time.
his
that's so
his
cool.
capitalism.
Oh my
quota.
goodness, that's a taxidermied wolf. Oh, this is ooh.
there should be ads
Wait,
on the
what?
channel right now. We're at 2 hours, so the 2-hour ad.
That's why you gotta subscribe so you don't
Oh,
get
makes
ads,
sense.
folks.
There you go,
Take this
there you
time
go.
if you have Twitch Prime.
Everyone that can
That's
hear
right.
you
Why
Give
is
us
don't
your
you,
Bezos bucks.
It's free. It comes with your Amazon Prime.
See, I was gonna say unless
your
they want to
custom
watch
colors aren't
ads
coming
with me,
through,
but
only
they
in the
can't
log.
do that because they'd be watching the ads and not hearing me.
It'd be like
everybody do
separate
that.
ads too.
Yeah. What if we pulled up ads on stream and we just watched them together?
That's a lot of dice.
Now
to
we're gonna take an
filter.
ad break. We
Those
all just
lines.
put
I'm sorry.
a video.
Get rid
of
of
Now
ad
we're
ads.
gonna
break
take a commercial
to just
break.
pull up the what is it?
Get
Is
to
it
know each other.
Grubhub.
There we
that's
go.
it.
not
Well,
sponsored.
You rolled enough
Aw,
dice to
Grubhub.
break the overlay.
Did I break
They didn't
it?
even show up.
Oh my god.
I saw him.
For
I
that
saw him.
roll, it didn't show up. So.
Oh no, we broke it already.
They showed up
We're
on the
good.
This is
Just
why
didn't-
we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
This is why Mom doesn't fucking love you.
All right.
Anyway.
Where we left things off, you had all just been gathered up into your group, with all of you falling under the purview of the Scorpion.
What could go wrong?
Nothing.
Now, you said that they were dumped outside of the exchange hall into an area that was staffed by other Hygien guards.
Yeah. I figure
Are
where
these-
like the groups meet up.
Okay. And so as each one of you is shoveled through this door that he had previously
Well, no,
intimated.
I'll just walk down
so
with
we have to
them.
take
I'm
the
not
door?
Gonna, like,
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
going to use the
Do we have to
fake
take
door
the slide?
anymore. I can take
Finally,
the
just
stairs.
walk
The
through
fake
this
door is only for tricks.
Yeah. I'm not going to put you.
Well,
I'm not going to.
Mister,
You
I
do
opened
come
that
up
door. There was
on the-
nothing there.
The only other
Actually, no. I won't take the
Gorin
door. It's
that
faster.
you
The
had
slide
known
is faster
in
than
all-
walking.
Okay. You guys take the slide then. It doesn't matter. We're going to time travel this part
I'm going to
anyway.
fly out like that police officer going down.
No, that's
Perfect.
that's Garnet because he's so
I'm
big.
crying so hard the slide becomes a waterfall. Water slide.
Lubricates on the way down.
There we go.
Really imposing figures you've made of all
takes
your
Never talk
Wow.
about
so-
lubricating my secret room again.
All right. So, as you arrive with the other inductees in the Scorpions group, here you are Garnet, face to face with the only other Gorin that you've ever seen inside of the Varjaloon, Pebble, who stands staring in disbelief at the bell on his shoulder and saying, "It didn't ring. It didn't
Pebble,
ring once and he lied to me.
what happened?
He didn't. My bell, it didn't ring." And he points to his right shoulder. "It's supposed to ring. It gives me such horrible nightmares. And it rings when somebody lies to me. It's the only thing it's supposed to do."
I'm sorry.
Garnet
sorry.
looks at the scorpion with newfound like appraisal and is like,
Did you lie to my friend?
Who?
That's not funny.
I'm laughing. I don't know who you're talking about.
You're a bad man.
Well, that's one thing I think we can all agree on.
It's
we see the
gonna
ice cream
be
man anywhere?
Okay, Pebble.
Did you capture
Yeah,
the ice cream
where is
man?
the ice cream man?
Is Big Barry Horner, is he a part of your group here?
I wasn't able to get Big Barry. I only got Little Barry Horner.
Oh,
No,
Big
that makes me
Barry.
more. That makes me more of a creep. No, I got Big Barry Horner.
Biggest berry.
I got the
Biggest Barry.
He's my
He's just
favorite.
rolling around like, what's her name? Violet in Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yes.
Doomed. Yeah.
Big Barry Horner is a human man, extremely rotund. By guess, you would have to say at least 375 pounds. And he stands bearded, sweating obviously in the midday sun of the early dry season here in the Varjaloon, as you all stand being gathered into two carts. And you are a number of carts in a procession, each one carried by a sleigh team of two Teetles. Now, Teetles are extremely large shelled creatures that bear tufted little furry faces, and the only visible thing on their front are two large, disturbingly human-like eyes.
Oh.
And hanging below those eyes is a long, proboscis-like structure that drags on the ground a gray-green rock that you all know as Solidian stone. Solidian stone is a mossy stone that is it's soft too, strangely soft. And it makes up the majority of the roads all throughout Tidwell. And the reason for that being is that these Teetles, when attached to a cart, can be controlled by forcing their proboscis up or down, and once in contact with the road, they travel at a quite rapid pace as they scoop up this moss to eat. Athen, what do you got?
Knowing more about proboscis than I should from my show.
Love it.
Is it
I
a,
love
is
where
it
this
a-
has started.
How is this like a flaccid proboscis?
Oh, no.
From this?
It's structured. It's
I
part.
feel like-
It's part of the carapace. It is a
So it's
structured,
erect.
rigid proboscis.
Okay, so it's presumably. Is it? Do we know the gender of them? Can we? Is that how we tell gender on bees? Similar to like a mosquito.
No, no. In fact, you
Mosquito.
don't know if Teetles even possess gender.
Okay.
You know
That's
that
right.
that every Teetle, every Teetle,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The Teetles are,
they
are
don't
beyond
express
such,
gender.
such
And
petty
I'm
concerns.
offended that
Beetles
you
are
would
getting woke.
I didn't mean to assume. I didn't mean.
They're putting something in the water to turn the Teetles gay.
There we go.
Oh, Dave.
My man, I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. We get it in our system. We're good.
Sorry.
All right, cool. Cool.
That is a real thing with mosquitoes. I'm sorry.
Oh no, yeah. That's what males don't have mouths on mosquitoes, right? Yeah.
Right.
So cool. All right. So I was going somewhere with this. Let's see if I can recall. Yeah. You guys are all being loaded onto two carts, a part of a procession of carts, all lined up in the town square outside the exchange hall here in the varsity. Well, I'll give everybody a minute if we need it here.
I'm sorry. My bad.
No, we're good. I love it. As you are put onto these carts, you notice that a number of the other carts are full of people that you recognize as citizens of good standing within Alapin, and even faces that you recognize from Taliga. And as you are fastened into the back with rope bound about your waist and then tied back to the cladding of the wagon, you are allowed a few moments to address any onlookers who wish to say their goodbyes. Is there anyone here within the group that would have somebody here looking after them as they are hauled out of Alapin? Yes, sleeves.
I would propose that. Well, I don't have anybody. I would propose that the pregnant woman is there.
Okay. Sure.
Or-
Was that Cesar Arnett? No, that
Yeah.
was...
No, no.
Cesar
No,
Arnett was
no,
the
no.
Hoka.
Yeah.
I wrote her
That
name
was-
down. Sella.
Sella, right.
I feel like Stella would be there for Click.
Okay.
I like.
Anyone else?
I don't know if they would be there, but my character, in anticipation, is definitely, because I'm assuming I'm not bound. I'm leaning back with the brim covering my face, pretending to sleep again. But this is intentionally to disguise my face, because there's always possibly someone around the corner for me. But I don't know if they're here or not. So
That's
I'm
fair.
just going to take those precautions.
You, under a few furtive glances from beneath the brim of your hat, do make a quick scan of the crowd, but don't notice anyone looking particularly threatening. But you realize halfway through looking through the crowd, you don't even know what the person potentially pursuing you would look like, as they're more rumor than they are reality. At least for you. So, where you're at, all of you stand briefly on these carts, and the same green-crested Hoka woman that had kicked off the Andam, you can hear in the distance addressing a larger assembled crowd. She shouts out, "It is with appropriated gratitude that we accept your offering on the 231st Andam. We take these recruits that you have graciously provided us, and we head west towards Gatehouse and hopefully Tidwell's salvation." Yes, Sean.
Okay. As she is addressing the crowd, you see again, like, Click has not been able to, like, stop digging his nails into his palms. And he looks out. I wasn't going to have him here, but I think it's more interesting to have something than to not have something. And I think as he looks out at the crowd, perhaps standing as far away from people as he can, you see another much older Alanot, wearing perhaps a mask and a cloak, kind of very obviously ill. And Click looks at him, goes absolutely pale, and then looks up at the Hoka woman, who is the same one who did the Andam reading, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as he looks at her again, almost involuntarily, you see those the eyes are welling with tears in a way that, like, he's been fighting ever since his return. And as they well with tears, I think, again, almost involuntarily, I would like to use Whisper Through Bone.
Sure.
Once per scene, make a spellcast roll against a character you can see. On a success, ask one direct question they must answer honestly or mark one stress.
And this is to the...
The Hoka woman.
Okay, you want to address it directly to the Grand Marshal.
I think it's like he's thinking it in his head, and it permeates her because he's staring daggers into this person.
Okay, great. She's about 60 feet away from you at the head of this caravan at this point, and she gets to the end of her remark about gratitude, and you notice that the feathers on the back of her head bristle, and she snaps around and stares straight at you, Click. Ask your question.
Why is this being done this way?
She looks at you, and her nicitating eyelids flash briefly, and she narrows the feathers over her face, puffs up a little, twists her neck, and turns back towards the front. Grand Marshal Pog will accept that stress and not respond. But she does steal one glance back at you before calling out the departing order. As the
Josh,
wagons begin to, yes.
I would propose that Chula doesn't have anyone like close, as the only folk that she considers family are currently with her. However, I would probably think that there are enough people watching who recognize her and are surprised and kind of
Yeah.
murmuring.
There's someone in the crowd just like, hey, by the way, I have some. You said this would be ready by this weekend. Are we still on track for that? I have my daughter's wedding coming up, and
You're just going to have to
Hello?
stop by and.
can I get a
we'll
refund?
see.
I
I'm not going
really
to be able
need
to
this.
handle any of that right now. I'm so sorry. If you call customer service or stop by during business hours, perhaps.
As Tula is dealing with the community, Sella approaches you, Click, and starts trying to keep pace with the wagon as it slowly starts up, as you slowly process out of Alapin. And she leans forward and reaches down into the folds of her dress and pulls out a packet of letters and hands it to you. And she says, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. I don't know what any of this means, but I want you to have it. Just please know that you will live on in the stories that my family tells for as long as I am alive to tell them. And she presses this packet of letters into your hand.
Yeah, he takes them in his slightly bloodied palms, and he just looks at her, and you see his eyes kind of darting about, trying to muster some brave thing to say for these stories, and he just looks at her and goes, I'm scared.
Nailed it.
Fear not. Whatever happens to you on the shores of Forest Down, know that the spirited cheetah preserves all who enter.
And she stops and allows the carts to move on, carrying you all forward.
Can I look at the packet of letters?
You absolutely can. Stained a little bit with the blood from your palms. It is obviously a packet of formally written letters, all bearing the name Brinehook, which you know to be Sella's last name. And all of them are addressed from one sender, and that appears to be Ginny Stedward. Are you going to crack these open?
If it makes sense, I'm assuming we have a long ride. When there's a moment that makes sense, I will. Yeah.
You do have quite a bit of a ride in front of you. You do leaf through the first couple pages here, and one name stands out to you amongst all the mentions in here. One that has appeared multiple times as you flip through these letters, and that is the Order of the Sixth Form, something of which you are vaguely familiar as a cult that has taken up its place within Tidwell, promising the dawn of a new age. The last letter in particular draws your attention as it is a addressed open invitation to join a sect of the Order of the Sixth Form for the Bearer.
Oh. Is this I'm assuming the Higgian order, like this would be contraband, for lack of a better word, uncouth, or...
It's hard to say whether the Higgian, the Sixth Form, for your edification, is a relatively new organization, all under the guidance of someone known, or at least fashioning themselves as the Declaimer, who claims to be the harbinger of a new age. Every age in Tidwell marks a resetting, as the best Tidwell scholars would surmise, where history is unwound and rewritten with a new attempt made to make the world right. And there is telling of those who would be harbingers of a new age. And this declaimer has proclaimed themselves exactly that.
Okay.
Contraband, maybe not, but it is probably enough to get you labeled as a kook if you had somebody there, unless they were, maybe true believers.
So it's like an
Okay.
actual cult, though. It's not like she didn't just say thank you for saving me, join my Mary Kay group, right? Like it's like a real like.
Yeah, so it's hard to say because the Order of the Sixth Form doesn't have a necessarily threatening aura. They are, though they talk about the ending of the age, they are known for their service in communities and setting up kind of like a para-governmental organization in the towns in which they reside, where they provide a lot of mutual aid and other things to help folks that are typically in need or disadvantaged.
I respect a cult that believes in community service.
Yeah, and they, by all accounts, are. The most striking thing from, though they have not quite reached the Varjaloon yet, you've heard tale that they wear white cloaks with a black six-fingered hand emblazoned across the chest.
That's cool trip. We should join.
Yeah, he'll tuck that away safely.
As you are exiting the outskirts of Alapin and moving more into the rolling wetland countryside of the outskirts of the waste here as you move through the Varjaloon, you do have a moment to appreciate the fact that you are leaving behind all the people and places that the majority of you have known your entire lives. You're heading west into unknown territory, into a place rumored to be on the absolute border of a strange and corrupting forest known as Forest Down. And the Hygiean Order is meant to be the last final bastion against this corrupting influence and its ability to affect all of Tidwell. You know that the Hygiean Order was set up centuries ago to deal with an untamed Forest Down that had regularly incurred massive costs to the communities as far south as Carnithia and far east as Bogdown in the Waste. And it is only through the historic effort of the Hygiean that you have managed to constrain it to the forest itself. But it's also an order that has become laughably weak over the last few centuries. It has most of the imminent threat of Forest Down is relegated to memory or stories or songs. And you know that those sent to the Hygiean, though nominally only on a 10-year service, rarely return to the Varjaloon at the end of that term. Whether they be killed in service or sent into the forest or otherwise indisposed, this is essentially an exile from your homes. And as you cross past the last statues outside Taliga, bearing the likeness of a frog dog proudly on a stanchion over the city, and his small rat-like companion.
Out of nowhere, the scorpion gets up and salutes. No, I'm sleeping.
Does the rat also have the statue, or is it just the frog?
There's a note on the placard of the rack.
Okay.
Oh my god. He's a
You are now out of the Varjaloon and into uncharted territory for all of you. And the first thing that you see on this path is a little alarming. As standing just down the road from you, past the border, on the far side of the Eraldine Lake, is an orchard of structured black undergrowth and trees bearing numbered chits that all match the ones currently sitting in your pockets. The Hokal woman at the front calls a stop to the caravan, looks back, and says to all of you, "Well, welcome to the Hygien, and the first of the many mysteries you will be confronted with as full members of the Order. Disembark. Medicaments, etheremints, make your observations. Hospitallers, prepare the salt." And we will end tonight's session there.
That's sick as hell, dude. What?
The forest chose you. The forest wants you. Yeah, forest
Whether
doesn't
that
want shit
existed
with me,
before
I'm
you were all
fine.
chosen or not remains to be seen. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I have had a blast. This has been a super fun first session. I'm very much looking forward to this. Join us every Wednesday at the same time, same place, and we will continue this story. I want to thank you, my cast. I want to thank you to all our new subscribers today, mostly part of the cast, but also Landon. Thank you, Landon, part of my other cast. And we will see you all back here next Wednesday. Please join us for our next stream of Rift, which should be either this Sunday or the Sunday thereafter. And catch our programs elsewhere. Catch Redacted, Quest Friends, Tales of the Ever After, and Dungeons and Drimbus on their respective channels. Other than that, I got nothing. Anybody else have anybody they want to shout out before we say bye-bye?
I don't think so.
All right.
Does it?
Bye-bye, folks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for coming.
Bye.
Bye. All right.